Hey, what's up, you guys? Marty Schwartz here of Marty Music. Thank you so much for the continued support by subscribing to this YouTube channel right here. I also appreciate you going over to martymusic.com, signing the newsletter for all my future plans so you can know what's going to be going on, and I'm excited about it. Anyway, this lesson, a lot of people have been asking me about a certain sound. It's like a bluesy sound, but it goes beyond the blues scale or the minor pentatonic. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be combining concepts of the blues scale and what's called Mixolydian. And we're going to be in the key of C or C7. And I'm going to just show you some devices that will get you that sound, but you can still kind of think of it as blues. And that's a cool thing because you can always fall back onto the straight up minor pentatonic scale if this stuff gets you lost, right? So anyway, we'll zoom in and start diving in. Here we go. All right, so we're playing a C7 or over a C7 chord. So let's first look at the roots in the positions we're going to be using. We've got right here, and by the way, that's the 8th fret. So that's a C note right there. The next octave up of that root is the 10th fret on the D string. And then the next one that we're going to use is the 13th fret of the B string. So now let's look at the extended pentatonic that we've learned in other videos. It would be, that's the root, right? So 6, 8, 6, 8. Then we've got the blues note on the 9 of the A string, slid in to the 10th. And what I like to do is I like to go, so I pick the 8th fret, and then when I pick the 9th fret, I slide it. But you can pick every note. Any combination, but the one that flows for me is, then you've got 8, 10 on the D, and there's that root. 8 to 10 on the G, blues note again, 11, 12, then we've got 11 on the B to 13 on the B, which is the root again. Then we've got 11, 13 on the high E, then the blues note. And if you've been following Marty Music, that would lead us right in to the BB box. That root's right there. And that works. That's a great thing to transition into. So once again, 6, 8, 6, 8, 9, 10, 8, 10, 8, 10, 11, 12. I can't sing that high anymore. 11, 13, 11, 13, 14, 15, and now we're in the BB box if you want. But now let's go back down that blues scale, because we're going to modify this a bit, so we really want to know this. We would have 15, 14, 13, 11 on the high E. Ring finger on the root right there. 13, 10. Ring finger to 12 of the G. 12, 11, 10. Whole step down with the index. Ring finger on the root, which is 10 of D. 8. 10, 9, 8, 6, root on the 8, 6, root. And I like to think of that as like the freeway, and then we can get lost in little bits of it and come up with soloing ideas. So now we're going to hybrid this little run with the Mixolydian scale. And really the only thing that we're going to do, it's not going to be the full C Mixolydian. What we're going to do is anytime we play what's called the minor third of this scale, we're going to hammer up a half step to the major third instead. But we're going to hear that note. It adds a tasty flavor, a blues flavor. And that would sound like this. Here are the spots. 6 of the A string. So instead of going, any time that we just hit that note, we're going to hammer up. Whether we're descending or ascending, we hammer up to that. So ascending. And then descending sounds like this. So we go from there to that up. So you end up with this little device right here, which is going to repeat in 3 octaves. And it's this. So we're never laying on that minor third anymore. It's always hammered up. So here it is slow. And find it by knowing where the root is. The other classic is this rollover, which if we're in this position of it, we'd have. And so what we're doing is we're playing the 8th of the A rolled over to the 8th of the E. Then the 6, 7 hammer on. So. And whenever we want to get into the next position up, we just do the. And now we're in the main home row, and everything we just learned exists right here. The root, so if we were right here, it's the exact same thing is going to be on the D and the G string. So 10th on the D, then hammer up from the 8 to the 9 on the G. Then we have the 10, then back to that hammer, then the root. Whole step below the root, which is called the 7, back to the root. Then the rollovers right here. Now let's go down the little blues scale and see if we can connect it to the lower octave of that. Down this little blues run with 3 fingers. So then the next octave up, so we're doing the hammer from 8 to 9, then the 10, then the blues note up a half step, slid into the 12. Then we have 11, 13 on the B. And then we have the exact same spot now that we just did an octave here, now we have an octave here. The root is on the 10th fret of the B. We have all the same stuff. So let's go down. So we have 13, then 11 to 12 hammer, then the root, which is 13 of the B, then 11, then ring finger to the 12 of the G, and we're going to go down the 3-finger blues thing. So let's do that again. Then we go a whole step down and hammer up a half step. So we're going to go 8, 9, 10 on the D. So all over again. Again. Now we just get to do the exact same thing. So that is what you want to start practicing. And that doesn't automatically make it music, but that is the kind of my favorite sound. And it does come from the pool of notes that would be called C Mixolydian, but we're kind of bluesifying it. So here it is. Then you have the blues thing again here, which would be, oops, click on the pedal, 13, 14, 15, right into the BB box if you want. The full descending Mixo blues. Here it is. You get lost in the straight minor pentatonic, it's always there as well. And a lot of the same licks, blues stuff that you already know will work. It's just all about, with a C7 chord, there's a major third in there. And so when you play the minor third in the minor pentatonic scale, it works, but you can really play over that chord by making all the minor thirds hammer up to the major third. And I didn't use my pinky once. All right, there was the concept. Be sure to start practicing it over jam tracks. I released a new jam track right at the same time as this video, so there'll be a link for it at the end of this video. Thanks again for hanging out and supporting Marty Music. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you in another video real soon. Take care.